Yep. Okay, let's see here. I'm just waiting for myself to rejoin the chat room here. Well, I'm gonna have to refresh here. Yeah, my internet connection is my ISP is deciding, oh, we're gonna refresh all of the routers right now. This sounds like a great idea. Yeah, I'm back. For how long, I don't know, but my ISP just loves to screw with me today. Why? I don't know. Why it needs to be done today? Again, don't know. Sounds like fun. Yeah. I'm still dropping frames, so I might go down again. I'm hoping that my internet connection can survive long enough for me to, you know, make it through an hour. Here's hoping. Here's hoping it can survive long enough. Yeah, let's just say my internet connection isn't exactly the greatest. I mean, which, you know, granted, my where I live, there isn't exactly a reason to have like over the top internet, but still it can be frustrating at times. And the sad part is that my mornings, the internet is much more stable in the mornings than it is at night. At night, that's one of the reasons why I don't stream very often at night, is I don't do a lot of night streams, is because of that fact that my internet connection is really, really bad at night. So trying to do streams at night is pretty sketchy. To put it mildly, my internet connection is kind of sketchy at night. Wish it wasn't. But yeah, but that's my part of town. That's my part of the world right now. It's kind of how it is. But it's something I have to just live with. It's, you know, there are ways around it. It's something I can, on a day that I feel like the internet connection's really, really good, I'll start up the stream, and usually for most of it, it's pretty, pretty calm and uneventful. The good thing is that, let's say things work out and the stream takes off, I'd be able to stream 9 to 5. I mean, I streamed on Monday from 9 to 5 my time. I was able to stream for 8 hours, no problem at all. And that's mostly because most people were out. You know, most people were not at home. There's where the problem comes in, is when a ton of people are home around here, they will completely take over. The internet quality just kind of tanks. At least for streaming, you know, when I'm trying to upload. If you're downloading, no problem. Downloading is no problem at all, but it's It's the upload speed. The upload speed suffers. There we go. And that's what you need to be able to stream is upload. But maybe sometime in the future the internet quality will get better. Maybe. Because they have been working on it around here. Because there's a ton of people moving in to the area, so they're trying to improve it. But my neck of the woods, they're not used to large amounts of people. Okay, we're filling in the hangar area here, which is the main part of the outside of this place. I just have to figure out how to connect these two areas right here. I might just go straight down right here, do a sharp down angle. But I have to fill in this area here with stuff. I'll come up with something. Something will be come up with. I'll come up with something. Bad choice of words. Sounded better in my head. Then I said it, then I was just like, that doesn't sound right. Let's see here, like that. So it's about 10 a.m. your time? Yep, 10 a.m. $10 o'clock. We'll do that. Stop that shape a little bit. Then we'll go to straight blocks like this. Like that. Drop that. Move straight back this way. I'm just kind of wrapping around this thing. Yeah, which is why when I saw my router refreshing, I was just like, 10 o'clock, that's an odd time to do a refresh. Because I would expect it like at 5 a.m. or maybe even at 9 p.m. But 10 a.m. is a really weird time to refresh all the routers. Because that's what they do. They send a message to all the routers on their network and say refresh. And it's no different than if you were to restart your computer. That's what they do with the routers, so that they can kind of make sure that they're all working. The fact that they did it at this time of day is just kind of weird. I'm quite sure they probably ticked off a couple of businesses around the area. I wouldn't be surprised if I get into work and the computers are down. It's all a huge, yes, it's a conspiracy. They know I'm streaming, so they're doing what they can to mess with me. Like, wait a minute, he's streaming. We need to stop this right now. see here. Okay, right here is where the elevator will be located. So I gotta hollow that out. Just kind of square that up to remind myself this is where the elevator is. We'll cut a hole in the floor here too. Not with a gun. That's a gun, Dave. That's a gun. That's totally not what it's supposed to. You did not use that properly. There we go. Down this way will be where the engine room will be located. This is definitely going to be the longest elevator we've made so far. This and then that right here. Just kind of filling in area here to kind of make it look like there's a roof here, but there's really not. Almost like the superstructure of the area. Superstructure. Let's see here. And then we'll do this real quick. Start working on this portion, this angle here. Do this a little bit. Just kind of trying to line that up a little bit. I don't mind if it's staggered a little bit here, but I want to kind of line it up so that the it's lined up a little bit better. Okay, we're gonna have to do one more. There we go. Okay, now we can do that. There. Start the clamshell here. There we go. My name is Sovereign. No. But yeah, as I was saying before the internet went out, what I gotta do is I'm gonna redesign the space station because I want to make something that's a little bit more docking port rather than giant stick in the sky. And it will be something that will make a ship, we'll put it in its own dry dock, and that will add to the space station. So we'll make a giant dry dock for the battleship, well, for the destroyer, for the reclaimer, then eventually we'll make a battleship. Yeah, this is just a destroyer. We're going to make a battleship also. So it's going to be even bigger than this one. There we go. Here, yeah. Which, to be honest, will be absolutely insane. This. Yep. Here we go. We do this. There we go. That's the beginnings of the clamshell. That's down here. I has plans. I have very, very many plans. But I'm not going to completely abandon the idea of making a station like this, but due to the fact of the size of it, 12 seems to be beyond the maximum. 10 is like the maximum when it comes to making a structure that you can save as a blueprint and actually allow people to actually, download and all that kind of stuff. It needs to be maximum 10. Can't be any bigger than that. And our space station right now is well beyond that. Why do I keep doing that? Ba-da-bum. 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 One. So, how many blocks high are we at right now? 1, 2? We're like 2 blocks high. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't feel like 2 blocks high. Let's see here. 1. 2. Yeah, 2 blocks high. Okay. It's beginning to look like a property 3. I guess so. I mean, we haven't exactly figured out what that looks like, so we're kind of just making it up as we go. Oh, hi, Reclaimer. Greetings, Reclaimer. My name is Guilty Spark. There we go. Blue. This is my favorite song. I feel like the last 60 hours of this game has been you building stuff in space. Pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much been it. Me building giant ships in space. Just making bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger ships. But, you know, early alpha and all. They haven't exactly added any space combat yet. But eventually, quite sure you're going to run into a lot of NPCs that are going to want to attack you in space. Which will change the quote-unquote meta in the game. How you doing, Conwes? There we go. And we're gonna do this real quick. Yeah. But I'm quite sure once they get that implemented, I could see like gigantic battleships and destroyers flying around that you have to take out, and then you'll have like you'll have your ship versus their ship, and either you'll have a small ship taking out a bigger ship, or your big ship being attacked by a bunch of smaller ships and stuff like that. I could see them adding that kind of mechanic to the game for space. That's why I built my space. That's why I built most of my stuff out in space, is because, well, I'm not going to be attacked by anything anytime soon. If I were to make a planet-side base, I'd be attacked all the time. By drones, by transports, stuff like that. I'd have to have a bunch of turrets defending the place. Up here, I'm pretty comfortable. But guaranteed that will change. They wouldn't have a huge safe zone up in space and not eventually take it away. Okay, that's where the engines are going to be located. I'm planning on putting a couple of 3x3 extra large thrusters on the back of this thing, because it's gonna need it, because this thing is huge. Gonna need that big ass engine in the back. Engines. Okay. So what are we gonna do with you? Why don't I do something like this? Not like that. Like that. And go up this way a little bit. Just trying to make the wing portion. There we go. Plus, this is giving me a chance to make all the designs of ships I'm going to have on later playthroughs, because it's not like I'm going to stay on this particular save forever. I am eventually going to start a new playthrough, and when we get to that point, I want to have a bunch of ships that I can call upon for whatever reasons. And this playthrough is just for me to test out those designs, fly them around for a little bit while I'm building other things, like that transport ship. There's some improvement that could be made on it. I mean, functionally it works as intended. It's a little slow when it comes to taking off and landing, so it may have to add some more thrusters onto it. But once you angle it up and get all 8 of the medium engines firing, that thing, you know, goes a lot faster. But Yeah. Got that part. I have to make a bunch of He didn't make a flying saucer? No. No flying saucers. We will have none of that silliness here. And technically speaking, the outside of the ship is the easy part. It's going to be filling all these millions of rooms we're going to have on board. This thing is going to be a pain. You could do Independence Day stuff with it. You could. You definitely could. Yeah, we're gonna go with that shape. There we go. This particular game could use some UFOs. Could really use some UFOs. Oh. That almost looks like a bird of prey from Star Trek. Kind of funny. Trying to figure out a way to enclose this a little bit without it having just be in a giant box on the top. Boo-doo-doo. I want to make the back too flat because then I have to fill it in with structures to look like more engines. That would be a pain in the ass. But if it requires that kind of a shape, then we're just gonna have to go with that kind of shape. Do it like that. Actually, might leave that open. See here. Here. Yeah, let's just fill it in. Nope. And I'm going to pretty much kind of... We're going to put a couple of fake engines in here to make the back of this thing look like it's like got a ton of engines back here. It won't, but it's gonna look like it does. Bunch of fake engines back here. It's a phony. It's a big fat phony. Okay. And I'll like put a couple of real engines in there somewhere. Do this. Yeah. Continue that a little bit. Yes, many, many engines. And then we'll color them to make them look like they're turned on, stuff like that. Kind of like what we did with that one over there, but just on an actual capital ship. And then we'll put a couple of larger engines back here. The 3x3s back here. And then I'll do something like this. My son. Do this, do that, I'll do this. Do something somewhere on the top. Ow! I didn't want it, but we'll keep it because it actually looks pretty cool. We're gonna go with that. We're gonna just repeat it on the bottom too. Oh no. No. Okay. We're getting hungry. Foods. Get us foods. But yeah, that's the rear engine area. We're gonna probably fill this in with miscellaneous stuff and junk and all that kind of stuff to make it look all like you know, unarmored area of like they'd see on a miscellaneous Star Destroyer kind of a look. I don't know what all that stuff does. I think that's where all the like their some of their ship-to-ship guns are located, or located all along that. Yeah, I could probably go a little bit further than this. I'm trying to figure out if I want to angle this thing up, or do I want to have this entire area go all the way back, straight back? What I'm trying to figure out. Because again, every empty bit of real estate we make, we have to fill with some sort of a room. So the bulkier we make this thing, the more rooms we have to fill onto this thing. I'm also kind of just displaying my attention to different parts of the ship here. Yeah, and we'll just go straight across from here. There we go. Internal hangar area. Those are going to look like supports holding the this large empty area in the center. Okay, I'm gonna say it. It's huge. A huge, huge ship. Gigantic motherfucking ship. I'm probably gonna replace these with actual medium-sized capital ship thrusters, just so that I use those rather than the large ones. Again, the large ones are probably going to be just for show. For hits and giggles. Probably do that. That works. Yeah. Pretty much there for just miscellaneous decoration. No real purpose. They're just kind of there to make the top of the engine look cool. Probably just connect the lines and then I'll subtract from it. Do this then. How sharpen an angle are we gonna go? Leave that sharpen an angle. Yeah, do that. Gonna do this here. We'll just make these lines, and then wherever it feels appropriate, we'll just go straight down. Again, I'm just trying to push myself with the design, trying to come up with something that looks different than what I've made before. Because we've definitely gone with triangles. The Reclaimer is evidence of that. Trying to go beyond triangles. And that'll work. I almost put like a bar back there. Could do that. Could make a bar. And we're hungry. We're hungry and we need oxygen. Nope. Almost like 10 forward from Enterprise. But it's not forward, it's in the back. That's the that's the top of the ship. It's the top of the ship. Now we just need to figure out something equally massive on the bottom. Oh, I might make believe turrets. I might make turrets that look like significantly larger than the on the bottom. Because you got the real turrets, which are going to be right here. I could probably make some fake ones to make it look like they're these giant, like planet busting turrets facing forward on the bottom of the ship. Because we can use these cylinders over here to achieve that. So we can make the barrels look like they're that big. And we can make them be like triple barrels, maybe? Make it looks like some triple barrel turrets mounted on the bottom of the ship. For like plant side barrages or something like that. Turn you off. And bridge. If we're gonna go with that like that, making a bunch of that could fill in some space on the outside of the ship. Add a whole bunch of things that look like they're turrets, but they're not. So I could put like a double barrel turret right here. So probably a double barrel turret right there. Yeah, we could do that. That'd work. Yeah, put a bunch of fake turrets around. Just so it makes it look way more armed than it actually is. Yeah, I like that idea. Let's do that. We'll do that. We'll go through and just make alcoves and turrets that are not functional. Are gigantic, absolutely over the top, totally not functional. Game, please. Game kind of froze a little bit there. I was afraid I was going to end up completely on the other side of entering the atmosphere over there. You know, we could do that. We could just make a ton of fake turrets on this thing. We have to make the bridge. We have to do something similar to this, but just supersized. So we need to put a bridge and we need to put a navigation area. Or we'll put like a navigation, you know, fire control kind of an area where it's got like scanning equipment and stuff like that, and radar and all that kind of stuff, all mounted up there. Okay, we got like 200 more blocks, and we still got a long ways to go. Long ways to go. But we have made significant progress trying to figure out the finished look of this thing. I'd say that's pretty good. Okay. Well, I'm gonna call it here. I gotta go work. Thank you all for hanging out with me. If you're new here, hit the follow button. I play a lot of this game really right now. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow, normal time. I'm gonna try and get some more progress done on that ship. I'm looking forward to finally getting the outside of this ship done. But yeah, from the looks of things, it's probably gonna take us a week just to get the outside of the ship blocked out. Then we have to go through and we have to get the inside of the ship made, and then we have to populate it. So we have to put all the generators, the fuel tanks, the oxygen tanks, constructors if we're going to have them. We're going to put passenger seats on this thing, the living quarters, blah blah blah, all the decoration. Then we have to texture this thing. This might be a month. This might turn out to be a month-long project. I would not be surprised if this takes a month to try and finish. And we're probably going to clean out every single point of interest on this planet just to finish this thing. I'm totally prepared for that. So anyway, thank you all for hanging out. Anyways, stay alive out there. Don't drop your drink. I'll see y'all later. Bye.